Anderson with Headline Zoo, and I'd like to introduce Jeff Carter with the Joy Factory. We have a interview today to discuss the latest business trends and to talk a bit about the Joy Factory and what Jeff sees coming. So, Jeff, you're a new company. It started in the midst of the recession. How is that as a way to launch a business?
Business has been very good. We've been around, as you say, only a couple of years, but the founders and most of the employees have had a long history of working in the IT and the channel. So lots of experience.
Very good. And did you find that your business was affected, or was it actually a great time to start the business in the midst of a recession?
Because of our products and the demand for the products and the growth, obviously, of the iPad and the iPhone, business has been very good. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely popular.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, could you describe a bit in the beginning about the Joy Factory and about the products that you offer?
Sure. So, as I alluded to, we make products that help, bridge the complexity of digital companions. So most of our products right now have been developed to work with the iPhone, the iPad, and other tablet smart touch devices. With touch screen devices. So.
Very good. And I would assume that one of the keys to your success is in design, since you're focused on the consumer market. Is that true? And what do you find to be most key to success?
No, so that's exactly correct. So our products are both unique. They're designed in the office right here, and we try to make products that are innovative, that don't have much competition, or bring something different, that isn't necessarily out there in the choices that everybody has. So yeah, definitely.
I know that your management team has a lot of experience in terms of gadgets and design. Do you also have engineers or other innovative type of creative folks on your staff, or how do you come up with these ideas? Because they are quite impressive.
Yeah, so we've got a pretty good research development team, creative, a lot of creative people, and because we're a small company, everybody has, everybody can offer input on the products, what they need, and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's very exciting, very fast paced, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, an innovative environment is I would think it's critical in your case. Do you do anything in particular in your company or as a business to keep up that innovative flair, if you will?
Sure. Well, we're always looking at new products. As soon as a new product hits the market, we've got it in house. We bring everything in to test it, make sure it works. We all use the products. We all use the gadgets. We've got families that are supportive and use the products as well. So we've got lots of testers, and we use them ourselves. And when we know what we need, and we try to develop it for the larger market.
So that was actually going to be my next question: is how do you get into what the consumers really desire? I mean, they may not know they need something until it shows up in the market, and some of your products seem like they would fit that bill.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like our Bubble Shield products, for example, it's a very simple product, but it fits a good need for people using their iPhones, using their tablets, at the beach, in the hot tub, at work, at play, hiking, kayaking, those sort of things. So I think a lot of simple products with a wide variety of uses, definitely.
So that's somewhat following in the Apple motif.
Definitely.
Focus on simplicity for sure. And now, do you have like consumer groups or test groups, or I don't know? Do you use social media, or how do you gain feedback on? How do you gain rapid feedback? I would think that's important on whether your products are working, how much they should be tweaked, and that kind of thing.
That's right. So again, we do use social media. We do have our own test groups, internally and externally. And social media, obviously with Facebook, we get instant responses.
Yeah.
And we're very flexible. We move fast to responses and any feedback that we get. and make changes if needed. So that's been one of our strengths, especially in dealing with some of our retail partners and customers.
Well, and that brings up a really good point. Is I would think your supply chain would have to be well thought out. It's got to be invisible, but well thought out. How do you set that up so that the back end can keep up with these rapid changes and innovative nature? And then on the other hand, how do you bring it to market on the front end?
Well, we work very closely with our supply chain. Great relationship, and I think they appreciate the fact that if a change is needed, that we're quick to respond and are able to do that quicker than a lot of our competitors.
So did you set that up from the beginning so that they understood that was core to gaining business with you, or how did you? Because that's not as easily said as done, or however you put that.
Of course, definitely. So obviously we are a young company, but we have years of experience in the channel, working with distribution partners and channel partners. So yeah, so while we were a new company, we did have the experience and the network already established, with previous companies and previous work. So
very good. And do you what would be a couple of your key metrics or areas that you focus on with your supply chain? I would think rapid or quick lead times, or do you carry significant inventory, or what do you find to be most effective in your business?
We obviously, the bottom line is, we aim to get the products in our supply chain as soon as they're released. So, it's constant communication from when the product leaves the factories, to when it arrives here, and creating demand ahead of time and making sure everything is set up in time, so that our partners have product on the shelves, when needed, when there is a demand for it. It's no good having an iPad case when you come out a month too late. So it's you've got to have it right there when it's released.
Exactly. I would think that although it's somewhat hidden, if it's done well, it's not an easy. Not easy, because you never know exactly how many are going to sell either.
That's right. Yeah. So we do have great supply chain partners, and we work with them very closely to make sure that it's all done effectively and done correctly and done, to the highest level of,
Right. So that's one of the. Would you consider that to be one of your key tenets, maybe, of what your firm focuses on in order to make sure that that's invisible to the consumer?
Oh, definitely. It's very important. Obviously, customers, don't care, what's in the middle and how it gets there. They just want to make sure that they're taken care of, and that it's, they don't understand. I guess they don't always realize the steps that are involved into making sure it's on the shelf on day one. So that's very important. Yeah. Very
true. Well, I see that you have quite a bit of positive press, and some of it's, really quite impressive. Do you constantly make sure that you're out there getting seen, or how do you get to your customer base effectively? Do they?
We use all.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so let's say our website, our partners. We do quite a few events, quite a few shows. We do use social media quite a bit. We're working with PR and trying to get our products out there and reviewed as much as we can into the hands of people, working directly with customers and getting feedback right away and then acting on it, definitely. So all of those things.
It's really, really interesting. Like, I saw the article in the Orange County Register about the Zip Touch and Go. So that seems like that type of publicity must go a long way with getting the word out about a new business and get the buzz being generated, especially for a product line like yours.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is a Zip right here. So yeah, we've had a lot of successful press from this product right here.
What I noticed too on that product is that I'm impressed because I come from an operations background as well, that there's interchangeable parts and that you built flexibility into, it looks like, into your products, your supply chain and business. Is that a conscious choice, or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we want to sell, we want to make it as broad appeal as we possibly can. So, the Zip Mini, for example, does work with Apple iPhones. It also works with, it comes with a micro USB, so it will work with a slew of other, not just, it will work with other, Droids, Android, Google phones, other products out on the market too that are very popular as well. So.
All right. Well, and I see that you also won the top 10 reviews bronze award. Can you tell us about that?
I'm sorry, which one? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I see that you also won the top 10 reviews bronze award for let's see here. Looks like for your valet headrest mount. So.
Yeah. So. Our carbon fiber mounts. This is one of the products right here. So the carbon fiber mounts, are our core product line of what we became famous for originally. So these allow you to mount your iPad onto a desk, onto that was a headrest mount in the car. So they're very light, very strong and sleek, and made of carbon fiber material. So yeah, these have done very well.
Yeah.
And again, these are being used all over the place in hospitals, schools. As well as businesses, and of course in the backseat of people's cars, helping babysit the kids.
Well, very good. So it has a diverse use, which also must be convenient, although it's probably difficult to reach so many different customers and markets all at the same time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we do our best though.
Well, what would you consider from a sales standpoint, since I know that that's geared to your heart as well? What would you consider maybe the top 3 items that help you achieve success, or that you think are most important to your company's success and your sales success?
Besides having great products, obviously, right? So
that could be one.
Obviously, great products. We have great partners. We depend, entirely on our retail and resale partners such as Amazon and different retailers, Fry's and that sort of thing, and the people that we work, the people, both internal and external, obviously, and obviously people like you are very important. Help get the word out on the Joy Factory. That helps. So. Very
good. Yeah. Well, and I oftentimes talk about people, processes, and systems, and interestingly, you referred quite a bit to the people side with the partnerships, and of course you have to have a solid product. It would be hard to sell. I mean, nothing's going to sell if it's not interesting to begin with. But
that's right.
Sounds like the people side of your equation is quite important as well.
Definitely.
With that said, though, it also sounds to me like if your processes aren't working, then you wouldn't be able to deliver on your supply chain effectively, which would also be certainly provide complications.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And the supply chain is huge, and the operations and the back office procedures. You've got to have those. You've got to have those down and done correctly, obviously.
Right. How about cash flow for a new business? It's sometimes quite difficult to grow rapidly with and supply the market with cash flow constraints. Are you finding that to be a dilemma, or you're ahead of that game?
We're ahead of that game as well. Obviously, because we've got lots of experience. We have relationships with all the key partners and people in supply chain already. So that has been, the experience we've got has definitely helped us in that regard as well. To continue growing and fueling, future growth and future product development and bringing in products, obviously. So that's been very important. Yeah.
No, that's excellent. Well, that just means to me that getting the right people on board from the beginning is another key factor there. Because a lot of companies may have the best product in the world and a great strategy, but they don't have the cash, then still can't succeed. So that's great.
That's right. Makes it a bit difficult.
Yeah, very much does. Let's see here. What would you say, are there any technology trends that you see coming that will affect, or that you expect to affect, or that you're taking into account currently with your product line?
Sure. We're always looking at that and analyzing and keeping on top of the current trends. Obviously, the new iPad has helped. I think the iPad, and Apple will continue to develop that market, and that market will continue to grow. There's Obviously, the news now is of a mini iPad that's coming out. So as people prepare for that, that will help. But again, what Microsoft is doing is interesting. Obviously they're entering the market, themselves with the devices. The new iPhone, I think the new Samsung phone will also be a good opportunity for some new products too. So yeah, it's moving very fast, and I think tablets will continue to grow. And as consumers, businesses adopt the tablet and touchscreen technology, that'll will continue to develop new and exciting products for that market.
Right. Yeah, you are definitely in a market that's quick moving, and the good news though is it seems as though people are very interested in the latest and greatest phones and gadgets. So that probably provides you with a good platform, although you have to keep up. And that's why an innovative culture, I would think, would be important at your company as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see here. I also wanted to see if do you see, now that we're emerging from the recession, it seems as though businesses are picking up, and what do you see or do you see any business trends in 2012 that are noteworthy to the Joy Factory that may provide you with an opportunity or a challenge, I guess, either way?
Sure. So I think it is, as tablets especially are being adopted more into schools and healthcare, we've seen that's been a huge opportunity for us, and it's just, I think it's going to continue. That trend will definitely continue. So
yeah.
I think that's going to continue for the next couple of years probably.
Yeah, that is interesting. I do see more and more people with like iPads in business meetings as well. So you're seeing a definite transition in schools and hospitals as well. That's interesting. So you're right. There's a definite growth then. Well, that's a really interesting question. Is how do you keep up with this growth? Because that's probably a challenge.
Sure, it's just making sure that we're aligned with the right channel partners that are in those particular vertical markets. We work with partners that are in the middle of healthcare, that sell into healthcare, that sell into education, and we're partnering. If we don't have a particular partner for a particular vertical, then we make sure we get aligned with one. So
yeah, it goes back to the having the right people on your team, if you will, or partnered with the right people. I know that with my clients that high growth can be much more challenging than actually massive cutbacks. So hats off to you for your progress there and getting the right partners in place.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions or any key points that you would like to bring up?
No, so I guess I would just like, obviously we've got quite a few products. We're a green company, so all our products are designed to be in packaging that's designed to be reused. So the cases, for example, come in and out of package that doubles as a waterproof, water-resistant bag.
Oh,
so you don't throw the packaging away. Inside each case, you have, instead of a piece of foam, you have a mouse pad. It can be used as a mouse pad. So it's just little things, that we're trying to help the environment, trying to become a bit more greener in the packaging, not just having packaging that you throw away as soon as you open it. So
yeah, sustainability is another hot topic, and so it sounds like you're on the edge of that as well. Because definitely being green and sustainable not only helps the environment, but most oftentimes you can trace it back to your bottom line as well in terms of improvement. So that's excellent, and it probably helps with your consumer side too, because the consumers these days are very interested in sustainable companies. Do you find that to be true as well?
Oh yeah, and it gives us something that's a little bit different. It's different than every other the choices on the shelves. I think we stand out with having a little bit of different product. The packaging, you still see the product inside it very easily, and it's a great product. You can see it easily, and the packaging is excellent, and you can reuse the packaging, so you get more than what you really need.
Right. Yeah, that's another lean concept from a operations side of things, is being able to see what's inside a package and visibility, and so that consumer knows what they're getting up front, and they can, that's that's also leading edge, which isn't surprising since I know you're. That's the point of the Joy Factory, is to be on the leading edge.
That's
Do you
right.
have? Can you think of anything else that might be of interest to our viewers?
You know, our products fit all needs that different various needs. We're always finding out new uses for products such as the bubble shield. So we're always soliciting feedback on Facebook, and we're always communicating with our customers on Facebook and in the press. So yeah, so we just continue to evolve and continue to develop new products, better products, more useful products, and hopefully products that consumers and businesses love and enjoy and get a lot of use out of them.
Right. Very good. Well, and how would someone find you on Facebook?
The Joy Factory.
Very
So
good.
the Joy Factory. They can do a search on that, or they can go to our website, thejoyfactory.com.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, it was interesting talking to you today, and the Joy Factory seems like I look forward to seeing where you're going to be 5 years from now.
Great.
No telling.
No telling.
All right. Well, very good. Well, thank you very much, and we will close there. So now that I know that he can edit the rest out, but were some of those questions ones that you were thinking of, because if you wanted me to go over any other topics that I may have overlooked that would be helpful to you, I'd be happy to do that, because Mike said he can edit the film, if you will.
Okay, no, I think it was great. I think it was most of the interviews I've done have been more product focused, so this was more on the company, which was good also. I mean, that was very good. So, if we could, if you want me to go over some of the products, I don't mind doing that as well. A bit more detail. I know we touched upon them, so that's fine too. It got a flavor at least.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's a good idea to maybe go over like 2 or 3 of them that you think are more of your hot sellers, or that you'd like to discuss a bit further. Tell me which maybe 2 or 3 of them that you'd like to go over, and then I'll ask you those questions, and he can edit in whichever ones he thinks would be beneficial.
Okay, sure. So I think the new folio case will be good.
Okay, so folio case.
So this is brand new. We could go over the Storm Cruiser bike mount.
Okay.
And maybe the Zip Mini would be a good one as well.
The Zip Mini? Okay. Okay, then all right, then we'll start back up here. All right. Well, I thought we could go into a bit more detail on a couple of your products, so that we could, so the viewers could see how they function. So if you could talk to us for a minute about your folio case, that would be excellent.
Thank you. So here's the new folio case. You can see it's got a rotates at any angle. It's got a nice non-slip resistant material here, so you can put it at any angle you want, as opposed to a lot of competitor cases just have 2 or 3 choices. It folds up very smartly, so it's very professional looking. Full rotation. The tray pops out, so it's got a nice hardback tray that comes with it that also works with our carbon fiber mounts. It's a magnetic connection, which is still very hard. It won't fall out, so it's
very interesting.
Brand new case, and that does very well.
And when did that product come out?
This product was just released this month.
Oh,
wow.
Excellent, leading edge. And what about your Storm Cruiser?
So the Storm Cruiser is a bike mount. So it's a very rigid bike mount for the iPhone 4, 4S. Probably the thing that differentiates ours from the competitors is the actual mount. So it's a very rugged, very sturdy mount. So if professional mountain bikers coming down a very rocky trail or a bouncy trail, it's not gonna, his phone is gonna stay in place and it won't bounce and won't come off. It's still allowed. You can still use all the functions of the iPhone. People like to videotape themselves while they're coming down a hill, or listen to their music, or use it as a GPS. You've got full screen maneuverability of this as well. So again, this has been a very good seller, one of our top selling cases for the iPhone.
That's interesting. A lot of your products, as you talk about lifestyle choices, but they're interesting how they combine several activities that you might want to do together into one product and simplifies it. So that's a good example of that.
Yeah, so this could be used by a mountain biker, someone riding their bike on the beach, or even somebody pushing their baby in a stroller. This could attach. So it could be, it's not just a sport device. It's it is a lifestyle device. It can be used in as long as you've got a tubular surface you can mount it to, it can go on there.
That's interesting. And then last but not least, we could talk about your Zip Mini a bit.
So the Zip Mini is won an award for design and innovation at CES. It's a multi-charging device. This is the product right here. So it's a little round device. It comes with a USB cable, a plug with a USB attachment, so you can plug it into the wall or to your computer. It comes with a micro USB. We call these zip tails that attach magnetically. You basically just put it on the end of your phone, and it starts to charge, and it charges your phone. You pick it up if the rings, and you can put it back on there again. So it's magnetic. So it finds finds a little receptor here. You put it in there, and it charges up to 4 phones at one time.
Wow, that would be really productive to have. I saw an article about that where people were saying that their guests really enjoyed having a way to charge. And I travel a lot. I hadn't thought about that, but it'd be a great idea.
Yeah, so it comes with a little travel pouch. If you've got a family of 4, rather than everyone bringing their own phone charger, you can just bring one Zip Mini. It takes up one plug. You've got a nice little pouch it comes with, and you just got to make sure you have the right zip tails. These are sold separately, but it comes with a micro USB and a 30-pin Apple connector.
Yeah, that would be quite useful. I carry around all sorts of cords, so that would be helpful to eliminate some of the clutter.
Definitely, it's been a big hit for us. So it's been very good.
Excellent. And is that how recently did that one come out?
That's been out. It came out mid-year in this style. We had an earlier style. We changed this format, made it smaller, and this one came out mid-year. We showed it so we introduced it at CES. The product started shipping soon after that.
Oh, okay. It reminded me of a question that I should have asked earlier, and that is, how often do you introduce new products? It seems like quite frequently, but I'll let you answer that.
That is a good question. Obviously, we're working on new products continuously and introducing new products, as needed, but definitely to coincide with new, new iPhone releases, new iPad releases, those sort of things. So, probably 2 to 3 times a year we're releasing new products, and it's not just one new product. It will be a family of products that will work with those devices.
Oh, interesting. So it coincides with with the release of iPad or iPhones or something. That's interesting.
Yeah,
and maybe with shows as well, or maybe they coincidentally anyhow, because you
of course.
Your product. All right, very good. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.